Today, the Subcommittee on National Security will examine the Department of Defense and Military Services Administration and oversight of the Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps Program, or JROTC. As established by Congress, the statutory purpose of JROTC is to instill in our nation's high school students, quote, the values of citizenship, service to the United States, and personal responsibility, as well as a sense of accomplishment, close quote. In furtherance of that objective, JROTC offers participating high school students or cadets an immersive military learning environment that includes coursework in leadership, civics, ethics, history, health, and STEM, as well as service-specific classes in seamanship, land navigation, aviation history, and aerospace science. The program also provides cadets an important opportunity to visit military installations off campus and participate in other extracurricular activities with fellow students. As chairman of the Subcommittee on National Security, I believe that the JROTC program is instrumental in developing our young people who may be inspired to embark on a life dedicated to the military or civilian public service. That is precisely why the program must be subject to meaningful oversight and operate within maximum transparency and accountability for the benefit, the health, and the safety of every cadet. Regrettably, that is not the current case. In July 2022, an extensive New York Times investigation concluded that within the past 5 years, JROTC instructors have been criminally charged with sexual misconduct involving students at a rate that is, quote, far higher than the rate of civilian high school teachers. The investigation also found that many other JROTC instructors have been accused of misconduct but never charged. Our own subcommittee investigation has further revealed that the extent of instructor misconduct within JROTC is even more disturbing than previously reported. In a moment, we'll hear testimony from DOD and the military services about the actions they are taking to ensure that the safety and well-being of JROTC cadets is in place. I look forward to hearing more about how they are working to improve the vetting and certification of JROTC instructors, how allegations of instructor misconduct are reported and handled, and how the military services conduct oversight of their respective JROTC programs. I'd like to conclude by framing today's hearing within a broader strategic context. The United States military, the finest volunteer fighting force in the world, is currently grappling with an unprecedented recruitment and retention challenge. This is driven, at least in part, by a lack of trust among our nation's young men and women and their families that the United States military will protect them from unnecessary physical and psychological harm, both at home, during training, and when they are deployed. Many of the young men and women who join JROTC do so with the noblest aspirations of serving our country, either in military or civilian service. And so when they don their military uniforms, even as high school students, they are entitled to such protections as we would wish for our own sons and daughters. As the Department of Defense and Congress continue to address our current readiness and recruitment challenges, it is vital that we restore and maintain the public's faith in military service. We can begin by demonstrating to those who are eager to serve our country that we do not take their health and safety lightly. It is imperative that we honor the sacred commitment of our JROTC cadets by ensuring that they are being educated in a military culture and environment that prioritizes their well-being and is reflective of their service on behalf of our nation. I want to thank our witnesses for their willingness to testify today, and I will now yield to the distinguished ranking member from Wisconsin, Mr. Grothman, for his opening statement. Thank you.